Hello, welcome back to Returning. Today we've already got the daily Dharma uploading, and this seems like a bit of a spin-off message, but I cleared the cards, I cleared the energy, and we've got a new reading here. So this appears to be something to do with a new exciting opportunity, a redirected energy to engage in your own passions, your own energies with some childlike devotion. So let's start at the beginning instead of that card. So the first one, you glow, we beam. Thanks. And on the back, give yourself much more credit, came out in the previous reading. So there's when you are in a lower depleted state or engaged in any type of fear, doubt, resistance energy, then you emit that energy across time and space. And to be dramatic and literal about it, the energetic and emotional state of being that we are in broadcasts that energy throughout everything that is. And so when we are in an excited, a sustained, uplifted energy, we start to glow. And that not only permeates our immediate environment and those connected to us, that also goes out and infiltrates time and space with these energies. And this is something that came out a few days ago, maybe yesterday, earlier today as well. Just like the exchange of oxygen for carbon dioxide between humans and plants, it's the same thing with spirit on the symbolic level, where when we are depressed, we're seeding things like the weeds in the garden that don't have even a medicinal purpose necessarily. I guess they do. Anyways, when we're putting our higher energies out there, we're not only receiving spiritual insights and replenishment, but we are actually replenishing spirit in exchange, because we are spirit, we are God and Goddess seeds of the divine here, with our own little issues and skills and whatnot. So childlike devotion came out, as well as inner desires. So inner desires says, set some intentions. You're entering a phase of plenty or may have a sudden windfall. Goals are within your grasp. So the opportunity was talked about in the daily Dharma today, and that's really what it is. It's us figuring out what lights us up, what helps us to glow and to be, as Abraham Hicks says, tuned in, tapped in, turned on. It's like a light bulb is shining from us. We are a beacon, a lighthouse of energy. And number 50, childlike devotion, says, you are a multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. So there is something that really gets you going and excites you and interests you, a vision, a calling, something that you have dreamed of being or bringing into this time and space, into your life, into your legacy. And it may have something to do with ancestral wisdom or generational healing, some type of dynamic that's been at play within our energetics from the time that we incarnated here. And again, that childlike devotion, something at play in our energy. It may be trickster energy, kind of helping us to develop some type of a hobby and learn how that can be leveraged to receive some type of monetary income from that hobby or gift or contribution of our energy. Maybe you're an artist or a writer or something like that, or maybe you are somebody who already knows all of these intricacies of business, but then you have a very psychic, intuitive side to you, and you dream of being more of a creative type that works with those energies. So the two things actually work together. And as we apply the third dimensional basics and maneuvering and approaches to the psychic realms, there's a bit of a mismatch, but there's a way that we can connect everything that we are into one solid offering. So here we have the next row, Fortune's Wheel, first one out, luck and right timing. So to me, this is, we had a key imagery in the well, channeled key, I guess. It kept coming through in the daily Dharma today. This to me is like a combination lock where it's like, now that we hold the key, things are falling into place as we develop and devote ourselves to something with some type of flow state, some type of abandon, and to really let our inner desires come to the surface and speak through us and express through our senses and sensitivities and sensibilities. There's this flow state here with Sky Dancer's surrender, and this imagery came out in the previous with Vision Quest. It's that same type of a throwing back the arms, like the marathon runners finally crossing the finish line ribbon at the end of the line, the end of the race. It's like you're leaving some type of pattern behind, or some type of, maybe you're leaving a job, or getting out of a housing situation and moving on to something better here. But it seems less materially based and more so the re envisioning of how we're using our energies, surrendering to what is and isn't working, and then witnessing where we want to close off our energy and attention and where we want to move into, helps with the right timing, because as we pull back from that, we're offering ourselves up to the universe. We're clearing inner space and saying, I'm open and ready to receive all of the blessings of the universe. And we've cleared our space so that we can say, I surrender to the process of this is where I was, this is where I'm going, and I'm open. I'm ready. That's the surrender I'm talking about. Not like being like, oh, well, I guess I'm here. I guess this is what I'm supposed to be doing. But it's more of like the awareness that it isn't that just because I'm here, this is what I'm doing. It's like, since I'm here, let me envision, what does this serve or not serve, and where do I prefer to go? So moving through that surrender in the proper way is sometimes a little bit trickster energy, where we're trying to figure out not to surrender to a circumstance that doesn't serve, but how to surrender to the awareness of that we're ready to glow and beam and broadcast something incredible. So in the center, we have this Jaguar energy. He popped out a little bit in the pre-shuffle and was left on the table when I picked up the deck earlier from the first broadcast. Jaguar to me is shamanic energy. And in the last few days, it's been coming through as a spirit guide or guardian. Something, perhaps it could even be a familiar that you have, a pet or a totem animal here. But what I'm sensing is that it's this watcher's energy where we are being kind of prodded, assisted by this trickster energy into some type of discontent, so that we have the drive and momentum to witness ourselves and to say, you know, I need more adventure. I need more playful energy in my life, more good humor, more individuals that want to connect with me on that uplifting basis. And this inner desire is like setting those intentions so that you are open and ready to receive this new phase of plenty and to be open to the windfalls and the lucky breaks that are coming your way. I mean, even yesterday I had someone come into my messenger inbox and said that they had an opportunity that matches up with what I offer. And I'm going to jump into that because this seems to be something that's coming through where we can have our doubts about, is this the right thing for me or not? But tune into, does it align with where you're trying to go? Then maybe it's going to open up a new avenue for yourself. Because next we have this covenant, sacred contract, where we are, as I say, we're discontinuing certain engagements and open to new engagements. So even though on the surface level it seems a certain way, because of the cards on the table, it looks like this is an invitation disguised as a professional. And perhaps that's really what it is on the surface. But perhaps these individuals, when you come into contact with them, you will see or connect with each other in such a way that you will understand that there's a mutually beneficial value system, that they find out everything else that you have at under your belt and the skills and knowledge and capacity that you have, and they want to offer you something else, some persisting, some ongoing type of contract work or something, or an opportunity to place your creative wares or something on their shelves at their shop and sell them there without you needing to have employees or so on, or have any type of managerial or overhead. There's this opportunity perhaps to jump into something. It's a mutually beneficial engagement. So by testing the waters here and giving it a try, and hopefully being in your energetic, glowed up, childlike, sparkly self when you go and meet these individuals or this opportunity face on, can really help activate the players, right? As if it's another game, childlike devotion. Maybe your inner child and this person's inner child in this situation or opportunity work well together. But with lightning, it's like eureka moment. It's like, oh yes, if I were to do this, then that would offer the stability or income here, or the presence or new clientele, new interactions with individuals that you wouldn't normally come in contact with by jumping on a new platform that somebody else has. They have different network, you have a different network. So there's something mutually beneficial in activating here, and a huge awareness here that you will be able to understand something in a new profound way and will help you move forward. So I sense that this is like an activation here. It's like you glow, we bleam, you the we beam. This is that lightning, the lighthouse activation, where by engaging in things that really instill and evoke some type of inner spark, that childlike wonder and excitement, you become more magnetically attractive. And then it's like, yes, this is what's been missing. This is where I want to go. This is in alignment with my inner desires. And yes, we are all multi-talented, complex beings. And as we embrace and love all that we have to offer, then we can bring it forward in a whole new way, and surrendering to the beauty and grace that we have to offer out there in the world, right? Because we are multidimensional. We're not singular and stagnant. We are on fire, in some type of a way. So we also have, I split the deck into 3 piles. At the very underneath, we had Sorcerer, and this is being able to see through a situation to its end, to envision the highest outcome, to open yourself to new situations and to call them forward and into your body, I want to say. And below that, we had the upper world, so being a channel of the higher vibrational beings and consciousness levels. You are a channel of these upper world issues, and you assist individuals to move through their ego, to reduce its hold on their capacity and their visions, and to help them to move out of stagnation and to clean up their act, I want to say. Moving out of stagnation, cleaning up their lives, cleaning up their energetics. Maybe you're a healer on that, in that way. Then we had a middle pile I'll show you in a moment. And the other big pile was the owl here, which underneath that was Sky Bridge, possibility for union, and galactic mushroom, the divine matrix. It's like using the foundations and the networks in order to create something spiritual. The divine essence can be built upon the traditional matrix if we can use our own trickster, childlike, playful energy to say, well, if I know this and this and this about the mundane world, and I also know this higher level, I can disguise the way that I use my language and my words, and the way that I even connect with individuals with a smile or with eye contact or reading into them to say the right thing or to bring up the right subject that sparks them and connects to something that they may not even reveal, but can be quite meaningful for them. So it's like this extreme wisdom that the universal forces that be are channeling through you with that upper world and this jaguar. It's like the shamanic energy takes individuals on a journey through their inner landscape to help them to reconnect to their own inner light, their own inner desires, and their childlike spark, to help them unify with all that they are and to reconnect to the universal flux and flow, and also makes connections between individuals. So we can use platforms and opportunities that appear to be third dimensional for creating union energy, that unity consciousness between individuals that otherwise would not have the opportunities to recognize those things. And it's because of our playful, non-threatening potential and capacity here. So the other one, I'm going to see if I can hold this all up for you guys. I don't know if you can read that. I know that I'm on backwards camera. So we have the wall. It's as if you've been kind of stuck in one bubble of time and space here, like a cubicle or like a hermitage or some type of mentality where there's been some blocks, there's been things that you needed to navigate and overcome. Earlier in the Daily Dharma, it came through as the expression of one's alchemy versus the interference patterns that arise. That's the wall, the obstacles, getting over our own self so that we feel like we can express some level of sparkly inspiration into the lives of others, like little sprinkles on some cupcakes type of a thing. You're adding that little bit of a bling factor to somebody's drab, boring day. Skywriting the fates, this is part of your calling, is the way that you can connect with other individuals, the way that you're able to read energies and to help people to connect with their own auric shield. It's like within our auric shield, there's the sacred blueprints of what we're here to do and to be. And in our in our capacity as an observer, the unbiased witness perhaps, that can say, well, you look like you're somebody who has a lot of grounded energy, let's say, or you look like somebody who's highly intuitive. Do you ever have insights like this? Or, asking people about their gifts, asking people about the sides of themselves that they may take in stride for granted, and calling energy to those pieces of them and witnessing them can help them to say, yeah, I've always kind of wondered what would have happened if I chose to develop that part of myself. So here we have the Sweat Lodge. This one, it's almost coming through in multiple ways for me in the moment, but it's like, it feels like this is part of our inner firework, our ability to then, almost like maybe you have an inner sanctuary where you do readings or you do healings or therapy or something like that. But there's some also on the other end of things, it's like also this new opportunity can kind of create a little bit of fluttery anxiety or fear about, will I be enough, or will individuals really pick up what I'm laying down, or will I meet with somebody who's looking for what I have, type of a thing, where there's that stage fright phase where we're like kind of sweating all of the details, or how should I design this or that? Would it be great if I brought snacks? Would it be good if I brought all of my esoteric stuff in with this other stuff? And the phrase that I sometimes say is like, how much me can I be in this situation? And I would suggest bringing in quite a bit, but being very subtle and not pushy about it, letting people come to you in certain situations too. But the Tree of Life, this is something ancestral. It's part of what your DNA is here to do, and also your ability to connect with these other individuals is also part of that divine matrix. Where did that go? It's under here. But yeah, it's part of your ability to meet with other souls and to read and unlock their latent DNA, their latent blueprints, their soul blueprints. Lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. This is also the ancestors coming through, or the ancients, whatever you want to say, or these jaguar shamanic essences coming through to help us to see over the wall, to see through the keyhole of the doorway before we fully swing it open and say, yeah, this is for me. It's like something we were born into, whether that be, good, bad, or ugly, is actually asking us to overcome something, some type of either shyness or reluctance to share or self-doubt, perhaps, to then unlock the treasures that are hidden in the mists here, treasures hidden in what we would gauge as our own shadow or another's shadow. Will-o'-the-wisp is like, it's that otherworldly essence and intuition channeling through us, whispering in our ear almost, to connect with the what is good and right and glowing beneath the surface of these other individuals, and tuning into the vibrational storms at play in their life to create necessary frequency shifts for the individuals that we are connecting with in this opportunity. So there is something incredible that we are unlocking for others. So let's see. And this is also a frequency shift for yourself, obviously, because as you surpass that doubt and start really sprinkling your mojo in the situation, then you're also gaining assistance back. It's service work for the self, that's restorative, and it opens up that luck and right timing. It assists you in developing your wisdom, and it feels so good to unlock individuals that misunderstand their gorgeous energy. So under the deck here we have Return of Spirit, which is like you returning to your calling and your destiny and having new platforms here opening up before you. It's like that combination lock, unlocking spiritual insights. It's like sometimes I can't really get a personal message for some people that's really deep until I get really into their energy, like with a Reiki healing, a mini healing or something. And then it's like all of a sudden I get all of these downloads. I see so much into their makeup, and it's gorgeous, and it often brings up tears for me, not because it's a sad story, but because it's so much beauty and magic. And this is you as well. There's so much beauty and magic within you that is begging you to bring yourself fully back online. So we have, this is that convergence card that keeps coming through for me, where we're really pulling back all of ourselves and really focusing all of our mind, body, spirit into the work that we're doing with our hands in the physical, and to caretake for our soulmates, soul tribe, collective individuals that are coming into contact with us, and we're helping them to come online in a new way. So we are this caretaker of spirit. We're helping other people return to their spiritual roots. And under the code cards, I left soul time and third eye chakra here on the back. Taking time to do your vision or to engage your vision with others if it's allowable. We don't want to peer into others for lower reasons, obviously. Do so with integrity, with the highest possible good in mind. Sacral chakra, and I had split it with alchemy, and look at the color palette. It doesn't quite come through here with this terrible lighting that we have in the camera, but it's got a lot of pinks and gorgeous energies here. And I wonder if I can bring that really close up here to see the intricate circles. It's like the two spheres connecting, and then the center circle unlocking a greater connectivity, because now if we can both unlock each other, we're both in connection with the higher realms, with that unity consciousness, and it really opens the heart and soul space between individuals. So the frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation from dull and third dimensional into sparkly, magnetic, magical, inspired, passionate, transformative, energetic selves. And sacral chakra says it supports our ability to flow with our desires, again with the inner desires here, and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. Absolutely, right? And it feels good. So let's see if anything wants to pop out from the Kuan Yin Kali mixed deck for a little bit of goddess support. There it is. Okay. Under the deck, we have Daughter of the Phoenix. I really enjoyed Daughter of the Phoenix. We already have ancestral wisdom, so it may be something that has to do somewhat with the feminine line, whether you're a masculine or not. You don't have to be the daughter, but many of you will be feminines watching this. But Daughter of the Phoenix is almost like the mother-daughter connection, and it can be otherwise as well. But it's the Phoenix is transmutation. It's the burning away of the old self to be reborn, enlightened into the light body self. In daughter, we already have childlike devotion. So this can also be your connection as a parent to a child and your devotion to their transformation, to their spiritual wisdom, to being able to see the magic that is within them. And maybe your parents or caregivers did not offer this to you or could not offer this to you because they didn't understand the alchemical magic. They didn't understand how to unlock their desire nature and to apply it proactively into something constructive and gorgeous. But you do understand. And so with this knowledge comes the responsibility to bring that fully out in yourself, to be the lighthouse, the beacon of hope and faith and integrity and love and justice, getting what we deserve, knowing our worth. And the Phoenix definitely is very scorpionic, so this can be very deep waters, very vibrational. And the shift of states of consciousness, the shift from one level of drudgery into incredible unlocking of the next phase with luck and right timing. Reveal the peacock beauty. I love that. It goes so well with what we're talking about. Of course, peacocks are very revered for being unique and colorful and a little bit extra and coming forward. Maybe you wear, I mean, like I was even aware that I often wear red and purple together. And I know some people don't like it. It's just one of those things, but using colors in your outfits, using your appearance or your mannerisms or eye contact or type of thing, whatever mannerisms you have can be a very unique expression of the energies mingling and expressing through you out into the ethers of time and space. And so Peacock is definitely about recognizing our own unique inner nature and being ready, willing, and able to surrender to all of that beauty, to our dragonfly type dance. Have you seen dragonflies? They kind of swoop and turn and twist, like we were talking about the dance. Was that in this one or the Daily Dharma? But anyways, revealing that inner level of your magical capacity to others on a greater level, even if you feel maybe that this is a professional environment, I have to show up all professional. Sometimes it's okay to infuse a joke or to offer something else. There's some type of colorful insight that the peacock is able to offer, which is an actual channeling of something. And maybe it's, I heard this yesterday, maybe it's your weirdness or your comfort level with all that you are that opens up another. And that is so beautiful. So take care of yourselves. Please do consider liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Get those messages out to all that need to hear this message. So check back again later, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.